Everybody get your food, by the way, guys. Also, if you're a rogue, you know, don't be out of stealth, please. Thank you. You don't have to allow everybody to have a honor duel against you or anything. Just saying. You don't have to. You don't have to give them honor duels. Only if you wanna. Some of you guys are super nice with honor duels. Just saying. Spart coming out versus Unchangeable. Unchangeable popping into that bear from pretty early on. Just trying to get away from Spart. Trying to find himself a re-stealth. Not gonna happen with Sparticle and the way that he does things. He might be able to get maybe one really close one. Going for a regrowth to make sure that he can get his opener set up. And Spart is still not gonna let him do anything. Just reapplying that slow again. Unchangeable is just not gonna see himself getting re-stealth. And as he tries to retreat, Spart is gonna throw him in another slow yet again. Trying to go for a re-stealth with Incarnation, but cannot catch up to Spartus. He does a huge blink across the room. Unchangeable popping him back into bear form, back to cat form, wall coming out. Trying to use that wall to stay offensive on Spart. Wall is down. Incarn is still rolling. He only has 15 seconds left of that. Incarn trying to go defensive. Trying to go for a regrowth. At least, if any, no damage done to Spart. At least his Incarn is basically null and void. Spart basically just had to not deal with it whatsoever. Trying to get a line up on the Feral. He does an early kick to get up close to Spart. Spart is going for Arcane Missiles. Why get a rooted? That's another wall coming out from Unchangeable. But there's also the Spartans or army of just wizards just pelting him. That's the second wall down. Unchangeable is actually preparing himself to take full damage. Full bash into Spart, who trinkets out of it. Reapply and absorbs himself. Trying to make sure he does still damage roll on Unchangeable. Arcane Missiles to follow right afterwards. Unchangeable just popping in a regrowth. Spart steals it. And Unchangeable just wants to stay in there. Does a Skull Bash just to catch up to Spart, which allows Spart all the opportunity to cast as many spells as he humanly wants to. Unchangeable has an opportunity right now to catch a re-stealth. Finally, the dot is off of him. Can he actually get himself a re-stealth? Nope, not gonna happen. Trying to go from around the corner. Spart is gonna pick up the eye, so it's not gonna happen at all. Unchangeable keeps poking out to make sure to build Moonfires onto Spart, but it actually puts him in a bad spot too, where Spart can do damage to him. Unchangeable in the spot right now where he's using his sprint to try to keep up with Sparticle. Sparticle is just continuing to pelt him with slows back to back, making sure that dot is rolling at all times. Those bleeds are not a bother to him at all, and going for Arcane Blast right now back to back. That is not full damage out of Spart quite yet, but that's another wall coming out for Changeable. And Spart just continues to kite this Feral all around the room, all across the board. Actually getting a rip another dots set up onto Spart. Spart doesn't have an absorb. Now he does. Can Unchangeable just continue to put in the pressure? The amount of healing this Feral is doing is insane. Has Incarnation, going for a big stun lock on Spart, and Spart, as soon as he gets all those bleeds on him, he just ice blocking it full. Unchangeable get himself a regrowth. Incarn is going to last for a while. And for Spart, it's all about trying to get out of that bad situation. Going for an invis. Continue to just pelt Unchangeable for damage. Unchangeable wants to get those bleeds up and running, but Spart's mobility is just not going to let it happen. Prismatic Barrier coming out as his shield is down. Does have 2 big bleeds on him. And Spart is trying to counter this with his damage with Arcane Power and a Trinket. But Unchangeable is going to dip down under the bridge and try to LOS his damage as best as possible. Trying to heal whatever he can. Trying to get some damage, just cannot catch up to a Spart. Tries to go for Skull Bash, doesn't even hit an arcane spell. That's going to be a bash onto Sparticle, who pops in Temporal, so you'll be able to get as much healing out this early on. And with a big bite, he's able to recover a lot of that health back and reabsorb himself. Going for a quick invis, keep him Unchangeable. Slow it, but that wall is going to keep him going. It's going to keep him pumping, shifting back between bear and cat form, just to make sure while he's in bear form, he's taking the most amount of damage. Going into cat in order to shift out, get the slows off, just continue going, trying to get those heals on himself, and got a regrowth going. But that army of just wizards is going to surround him. Again, another Skull Bash towards Sparticle, trying to get some damage, trying to get bleeds onto Spart. Actually playing very defensively. Spart interrupts him, I'm pretty sure, on a cast just now and locks him out. Unchangeable is in a bad spot, needs to get some damage, gets the stun onto Spart. Maybe he can get some bleeds onto him. Barely any health left, and Spart takes him out. My god. Oh my goodness. My boy. Who's up next? Oh, it's Stony. Stony is up next, but he is taking a pee. So, Dark... Oh, never mind. Alright, so it is going to be Stony up next. Is that something about having to go take a pee or something? It is going to be Stony versus Sparticle. This is the duel that I wanted to see, but with dampening, I actually want to see them duel without dampening. Dots getting popped on Stony, getting hit with a slow right afterwards. Spart going for Arcane Missiles back to back, and Stony's trying to use his horse in order to get close to Sparticle. Getting his own slow onto Spart. Okay, missiles are coming out. This is going to be full wings coming out of Stony. Does get an execution sets from a distance, but Spart goes for an invis. Can Spart go for some big damage? Polymorph into Stony. trying to see if he can maybe get another polymorph going. That was a huge execution sentence, so that's not going to be available anymore. And Sony just getting completely CC'd while Spart is getting the setup into another polymorph while Sony's wings are down. And this is going to be an opportunity for Spart to go for some arcane missiles and arcane blasts, getting some distance and damage onto Sony as he hides behind the pillar. We'll see if Sparticle can do this. Sony really wants for Spart to get close and personal. This is where Spart is in a good spot though, getting as far distance as he can. Sony's popping in Shield of Vengeance, trying to use that Shield of Vengeance to get some distance close to Spart. The Shield is getting popped. There's going to be execution sentence onto Spart into a hodge. Can Spart do anything about this? Trinkets out of it, blinking away into more arcane missiles. Sony is trying to find some LOS behind the pillar, and Spart is continuing to blink around him, trying to make sure there's LOS on him. And that's going to be presence of, oh no, that's not going to be presence of mind. That was going to be, oh, he actually belted off Spart's heal, didn't he? I looked at the heal and was gone. I forgot you could belt that thing. That's insane. And Spart is dropping down. This is where Sony wants him to be, close and personal, but Spart's health is still doing fairly good. Getting an invis up there, trying to get some damage onto Stony. Getting a root onto Stony. No hand of freedom coming out. Even if you were to pop one, Spart would just steal it anyway. Arcane Missile is just going to continue hitting him as he's trying to go behind the pillar, trying to go for flash of light while he's got them. But those those images are going to make it hard, and Spart just blinking in there, blinking around, getting hit with a hodge. This is an opportunity for Stony to finally get some damage. Does some short wings available, and that's going to be Ice Block. That's cold, Spart. That is just cold. That's going to be full wings. The Stony going to have to pop a bubble right now. Actually goes down as a trinket summon. No bubble, no bob came out. And up next is going to be Dark Slaves versus Sparticle. Spart is just a monster. My boy. Dark Slaves is playing Assassination, so he's going to be able to get a full opener. That's a full Garrote into a Rupture onto Spart. That's going to be a Polymorph coming out. Shadow Step, but couldn't get quite a kick. And now it's going to Trinket out of that into a full kidney onto Spart. Spart no longer has block, no longer has Trinket. What does Spart have? He has mobility, trying to go for a little bit of that Temporal Shield. But that's going to be Cloak of Shadows or Dark Slaves. Is it going to land a Poly? He actually does land a Polymorph. Has Absorb up again. And it's going to be Arcane Missiles as Dark Slaves goes for Vanish. But that dot is going to keep him out in combat. It's going to actually drop that stealth. No, it isn't. He's still in stealth. How? How? Can you vanish that dot? Every time I try that on my Outlaw, every time I try to vanish that, that never broke. And Sparty's going for some food. Much needed breakfast. Just trying to make sure you got enough, plenty to eat. There's going to be a full mark for that kidney onto Sparticle. He's just going to trick it out of the Blink and Polymorph Dark. Waiting for those dots to do the work. Just waiting for his setup. He's getting all those images up and running. There's going to be Arcane Missiles. Needs to get a slow onto Dark. Does land one. Those images are going to have to run a long way just to catch up to Dark, who has a concoction rolling right now. Dark really needs Spart to just get up close and personal, but those blinks back and forth is going to be hard. That's going to be an invis out of Sparticle, and Dark is just going to find himself in a root. All those images just free to hit him with Arcane Blast and Arcane Missiles to follow. There's going to be a Smoke Bomb on top of Dark Slaves, and it's going to be a blind onto Sparticle. Spart no longer has an... That's actually on Sparticle's burst. I didn't even notice that. So for Dark Slaves, this was the play. He actually played it just right, trying to find himself some LOS, or maybe one of the images is going to keep him out in combat, though. Is going to get hit with a dot again, has a concoction re-rolling for him, and Sparty just wants to get some damage in. Dark doesn't even throw daggers at him or anything. I would be throwing daggers or something. Dark is trying to find a way to avoid the guy, but Spart is going to get some Arcane Missiles in there. There's going to be Shadow Step, almost a kidney node, going for a Rupture instead, and Dark Side actually might go down. Down he goes. That's going to be Fireheart up next versus Sparticle. And trying to get some damage back-to-back into Fireheart. Fireheart might have an Ice Block still available with Cauterize. Trying to get those Instacast abilities rolling. It does try to Ice Block while Cauterize is up. Maybe he'll have opportunity to get his health back up. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. Gonna go with some Arcane Missiles onto Fireheart. Last-ditch effort to send a Polymorph flying. And that was it. Is he gonna go for eye? Yeah, he is. I think he is. Could he? Is he gonna? He's gonna go for food. What? How did you? How did you? I thought I... I'm gonna pop cooldowns into him right now while I have him. I don't have anything left for you, Spart. I don't have anything left for you. I literally don't have any damage left. You got me. You got me, my guy. This is why I would rather fight Spart as anything but Assassination, because having a Shadowed Step is not enough. I guess it would have been easier if I actually got an opener on him, but he could just cleanse everything, right? He can clear it all. Oh, that's a really good fucking mage, boys. A really good Arcane Mage. Spart is still good. He's really fucking good. I'd rather fight him as Outlaw, though. That Outlaw range on stun and even subtlety is just so much